Our next awardee is Hashem Helmi, Computer Science, 1983. Hashem Helmi started here as a student in 1979 and did not realize how this wonderful educational institution would affect the rest of his life. Hashem's love for learning continued as he followed a path of growth and endless opportunities.
He had this very youthful attitude. He would just like throw in a corny joke or two. And you know, I'm kind of a naive guy, so I usually don't anticipate that. So I'm just like, oh, he cracked a joke, or like he was being sarcastic.
And I think for him, he sees that someone's not having a good day. He takes it as a challenge to maybe try and bring some humor and make that day a little bit better for them.
He volunteers for everything he can. He knows so many people around the college. He tries truly to help the students around the college.
In my role, I work with international students, and Hashem has worked with our program since the beginning of it being here at the college, which is now 5 years ago. And so Hashem is one of our social hosts and spends individual time with one of our students and just welcomes the opportunity to provide that additional level of support. And for him, I think it's his way of giving back and showing, I was in this position at one point, and I would love to help welcome you and make your experience here better.
As a 20-year-old college student who had not been in the country for too long myself, just that nurturing relationship that I had with him giving me certain principles and certain things to live by, as in terms of organization work, in terms of personal growth, and in terms of an a mentor-mentee relationship, I think really garnered or really set me up for a lot of what I'm doing right now and will be doing in the future.
He does constantly do a lot of volunteer work without looking for a lot of praise or recognition.
I think the current students are very lucky to have him, and even past students are always asking when I'm talking with them, how's Hashem? How's Hashem's family? Because he really just leaves a really lasting impact on them.
So he led by example, very much so. Like, he would be on top of things, and that just inspired me. And his constant belief in me, showing that, hey, we can do this.
His role as an international student, and then as a student here at the college, and now as an employee, it's almost full circle with the different kind of roles he's had within his life.
Yeah, I think he did have maybe some things I don't realize yet, but he did have quite the impact on me.
From the class of 1983, please welcome Hashem Helmi, a 2016 Distinguished Alum.
خانم ها و آقایان، خیلی ممنون برای این افتخار بزرگ. Lady, gentlemen, sorry, my English not so good. Thank you for honor. Whoops. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this great honor. Back to future. I have come a long way, I think, from the time I arrived at COD as a foreign student, January of 1979, to young and naive students, young kids. My cousin and I, sitting all the way in the back, flew halfway around the world to come here to get our diplomas and head back home. I'm glad we took advice of one of our friends who said, sign up at COD. It's a great school. So we did that. It was a great transition from one educational system to another, one culture to another. COD was the perfect choice. Except for getting my bachelor's at University of Illinois and my master's at Elmhurst College, I have spent 38 years of my life with COD, where I have been part of the information technology for most of that. For this amazing recognition, I'd like to thank COD Foundation Ellen Farrow, and the voting committee for selecting me. Thank you very much. Most of us do not come directly in contact with the students. Most of the staff do not come in contact with the students. But our support of our faculty and staff is necessary and crucial to success of our students. College of DuPage has been a great resource for me and all of my family. My wife's fashion design program, my son's summer classes, and my daughter's graduation this past May. Just maybe she could be standing here in future. I have to thank many people that were instrumental in my success at COD. Few unusual ones to thank, who introduced us and my cousin to a warm and welcoming America on a cold January day, 1979. The policeman who stopped traffic on a 4-lane intersection downtown Chicago in the middle of morning rush to give us direction as we jaywalked diagonally toward him. The bus driver who stopped the bus in the middle of that same intersection to give us ride for free when he saw we only had $100 bills. The train conductor who patiently would ask us to get back to our seats. Each station the train stopped at to say, "This is not where you get off." The realtor who stopped in the middle of a snow-packed street to give us ride from train station that we got off on, finally, to the campus. This kind of kindnesses have stuck with me forever, as has the support of my family, my beautiful wife, Cheryl, my beautiful son and daughter, Ashley and Amir, or I should say Amir and Ashley, for their constant encouragement and making my life meaningful. To my cousin, thanks, buddy, for sticking with me all these years. Thank you. To Nancy and Harold Temple, you guys were great. You opened your house to my friends and me. I said me, not I. Helping us with our English paper, teaching us about the US culture, answer our questions, and even invite us for mini dinners. Thank you both. All the faculty members who taught me everything I needed to know to succeed, most of whom have retired since. Many staff members who guided me in my career path. Jean Bowen, she's not here, hired me as a student worker and then recommended me later to be part of the IT department as a full-time IT person. All the managers who helped me move within IT. Ed Lanninger, Kathy Radke, Joe Maragliata, and my boss for past 9 years, Rich Kulik. Thank you, sir. Thank you for nominating me. I have come in contact with many people for the past 29 years. One is high on my list. The top administrator who helped me 37 years ago as a student is Dr. McAnich. Please. He helped me, a lonely foreign student. When no one else would help me, you stepped in and you put this student first. You always did that. You always put the student first. Thank you, sir. We are all here for that same reason, our students. One of our wonderful programs at COD is the CCI program. Every year, college supports several students academically from many countries around the world. My family and I, as a social host, as one of the social hosts, there are many, we guide the students and try to help make their journey a little easier in the US. I still hear from the students through phone calls and through social media. We've been very lucky to come in contact with this student. Thank you, Maureen, Nicole, and Sue for this opportunity. Before I continue with the next part, I have to thank a group that I eat lunch with. If I don't, they will not let me eat lunch with them again. That's what they told me. Tom, Dick, and Marianne, thank you very much for keeping me grounded. After these many years and experiences at CUD, I'm reminded by one quote attributed to Maya Angelou, who said, "People will forget what you did, people will forget what you said, but people will never forget how you made them feel." COD had made me feel really good. For as long as I live, I'm committed to this college and all its students. God bless this college and all that makes this institution great. Thank you.